We are here at the Cookout where we get to hang out with your favorite artists. And today we have a very special guest, Grammy award winning. Everything she drops is a banger. None other than Kim Petras. Welcome.
Yay, thanks for the introduction.
Um,
Hi, how's it going? Thanks for having me.
yeah, of course. Now, this is a cookout, so we likes to eat and have fun and hang out. So everybody has to bring something to the cookout. So what's a dish that either you like to prepare or you just want to pick up and bring it? But what would you bring to the cookout?
Hmm, gummy bears. I love gummy bears.
Yes, we need some sweets. So I like that.
Definitely.
Now we got lots to talk about. You got a lot going on here. Let's talk about your latest album, Feed the Beast. Now, when I initially heard it, I was like, it's like one of my favorite albums of the year for real. But I was like, this album is so unserious, but like because it's a lot of fun. But really, there's like deeper meanings behind it. Like there's a whole bunch of stuff that it represents. Can you tell us a little bit about like the deeper meaning behind the project?
Yeah, for sure. Well, I feel like through kind of my last thing that I've done right before Feed the Beast was Unholy with Sam Smith. And I just kind of got to see a lot of the music industry and how it works and things like that. And I kind of wanted to make a little fun of it, but also kind of talk about it a little bit and just like what does it take for the music industry and the media to want to eat you. So Feed the Beast is that. And there were a lot of questions, but the answer was always pop music for me. I've been a pop studier and student since I was a kid, and just always loved it so much. So I just kind of wanted to, give you that kind of frantic feeling of every song is something completely different and sounds different and has a different tempo, and that kind of like desperation of like, what does the beast want? Was kind of the inspiration for the flow of the album. So yeah, it's just a project that means a lot to me and shows kind of a lot of the ups and downs of like success or getting what people think is everything you would want as an artist, which for me, everything I want is to tour and see my fans, and everything people think I want is hits and the biggest stuff in the world, which is nice when that happens, but it's for me, it's never the goal or why I do anything. It's always like I just want to tour and be around my fans and be on stage and live my dreams. That's when I feel successful. So it's an interesting album for sure, and I think it shows you a lot about me as a person and how unserious I also am and how much of a troll I am and how dedicated I am to being a troll. I think it's very remarkable. So
Yeah. No, it's absolutely it's so fun. I mean, even though it can be unserious at times, you're always like singing your butt off. So it's gonna be good one way or the other if you catch the extra meanings or not.
yeah.
But one of the songs one of my favorites, of course, a lot of people's favorites is "Alone" with Nicki Minaj.
Yes.
Um, I was wondering because like you dropped a teaser for it, like it took me on a roller coaster ride because you dropped the teaser, everybody was crazy waiting in anticipation for it. And then
Yes.
it dropped, and like honestly, I was like, at first I was kind of like disappointed because I thought it was gonna be like, because the samples, Better Off Alone. I thought it was gonna be more up tempo, but like, how did you decide to like go with like the half tempo or half speed version of it? I mean, eventually you gave us both with the 2.0, but what made you want to like lean that way to release on your album?
Well, it always was that way. And then people heard the snippet and were kind of like expecting something else just from
Yeah.
the hook. But the hook was always the up tempo, hypey part of the song, and the rest of it, and for me, needed to be calmer to not be annoying because like I didn't want to just do like, hey, I'm gonna fully do 2013. I wanted to like actually have it be like sexy and danceable in the verses and then ramp up in the hook. It was interesting how that happened because like obviously like TikTok and all that stuff is so like we wanted a Europop banger.
Yeah.
So like Okay, well, this is a song that I made, and this is a song that Nicki wanted to jump on, and that Nicki thought was dope, and so I just trust in whatever Nicki thinks is dope, and
Oh,
I love the song so much, and the fact that she wanted to jump on it, for me shows that it was the right moment for me to get a Nicki feature, which I feel like my whole life was dedicated to getting a Nicki Minaj feature. I'm such a barb. I just love her so much, and just everything kind of lined up. So I love that song so much, and I love the video, and I will sing it forever. And it's people always kind of want something, and it's not my job to predict that or give in to that, but I just make what I like, and
yeah.
that's what I did. Yeah.
No, and I can't picture it any other way. Like I still listen to it every day and sing it all the time. So
Thank
I
you.
I definitely love how it turned out. But working with these legends like Nicki and Sam Smith, do you take away something from these interactions? Like I don't know how much you get to like talk with them. Obviously, you perform with Sam a lot, but
Yeah.
what do you take away from getting to work together with these icons like this?
Well, with Nicki, just her star power and her just confidence and knowing exactly everything that needs to happen, the angles, the lighting. It was really impressive to see, and just kind of her like snap on within a second and get it within the first take. It just, takes extreme focus. It takes extreme self, preparation and stuff like that to be like that. So I think that's really inspiring about Nicki, and also just how genuinely Nicki will just do music that she likes versus music that might be popular
Hmm.
is the coolest thing to me ever, and something that I find very inspiring about Nicki. With Sam, I feel like we have a pretty genuine friendship. We talk all the time, but I have seen Sam perform a lot now at this point, and the vocals are always absolutely beautiful. The amount of songs that are insane, and especially on this like Gloria tour, the stage was incredible. The planning of it was insane, and just like I get inspired by just how focused and on Sam is, and how dedicated to what Sam likes, and not caring about what people think about it
Hmm.
is really inspiring for me. I'm an artist because I want to express myself through art, and sometimes that may be offensive, and sometimes people might think that's in poor taste, or have opinions about how someone should be at a moment in their career, and just kind of the disregard of that by Sam, and just I'm gonna be who I am and do whatever I want to do, and don't have to like it. That's really inspiring to me. And also Sam is just a like wonderful, kind person that I just admire the kindness and the supportiveness of. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I learn a lot.
That's awesome. So yeah, now you're getting ready to kick off your own tour, starting September 27th. And I'm hearing things like this is going to be like your biggest production yet so far. Like how are you planning for this tour, and what can we expect from this show?
Yeah, I've been in rehearsals for for a while now. I love being in rehearsals, but
Mhm.
I think this tour really has the stage kind of being its own little entity, which is really, really cool. It has a lot of kind of secret things and changes and pockets and gadgets that are going to be really unexpected. It almost feels like it has like little jump scares. So it's exciting. It just kind of is this whole vision, and this kind of question and quest for what it's going to take for kind of the beast to want me and to eat me, which is the
Yeah.
world, and the all of that. And yeah, so everything that we've talked about, like about the album, is kind of like the journey of the tour, but it also has different moments from Turn Off the Light, which is my Halloween album, which is pretty dark and
Yeah.
grimy and spooky. That section's very inspired by Nosferatu, which is one of my favorite horror movies. And then, of course, there's a slut pop section where it gets very slutty. Um, and yeah, I just think it's a pretty full experience, and just like performance wise challenging, but also kind of enables me to do stuff that I've never been doing before. So it's I'm so excited for people to see it.
Yeah, no, we cannot wait. Now, so you're doing a lot of choreography this time around. What's the challenge like to, do all those dance moves, but still try to sing? Because, like when you sing your butt off. But I know some of that it's still harder to do when you're just standing still as opposed to dancing and singing. What's that challenge been like for you?
It's been definitely kind of a journey of learning how much I can do and how much I shouldn't do because I want to sing there. So I think on this tour, I'm very careful about kind of the moments where I do really sing. I just kind of do things that are not as challenging, and then the moments where I don't necessarily have to hit the notes, that's when I like, kind of can go off.
Hmm.
So I feel like the last like 2 years for me as a performer have been a big learning curve in that, like, how much should you be doing for it to still sound beautiful, and how much should you dial back at certain points. So I really feel like this time I really kind of figured that balance out, and that's cool because also the stage kind of does a lot of stuff for me, so that I'm kind of constantly moving, but I'm not necessarily jumping around and doing insane combos and I don't know,
Yeah.
so it's like yeah, it just feels more dialed in, and like it feels effortless this
Mhm.
time around, which was kind of my goal with this. Because like that's what I admire in performers, when something just feels effortless and beautiful, even though it's hard to do.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it's awesome. I'm definitely planning on going, but I got to know like what's the merchandise going to look like? Because I always like to get shirts of concerts that I go to. Is there going to be like a coconut shirt? Like what are we talking about here?
I mean, I always have like a funny one just
Yeah.
because of my nature. I kind of have a jokey one, but most of it is pretty Feed the Beast inspired, and pretty like lore and fairy tales and
Mhm.
kind of Brothers Grimm vibes, and
Okay.
claws and dragons and that kind of stuff. So this tour is a lot of that.
Okay. I cannot wait to see it. Now I saw this rendition of Alone that you did, the what is it, the FTB
Yeah.
session,
Yes.
which is amazing. I encourage everybody to watch it. Like you singing Nikki's part, absolutely insane. Um,
Thank you.
but are you going to be like incorporating those kind of vibes into the show? Or is this just kind of like a one off, or are you going to be doing more of these like symphony sessions with other songs?
I'm doing more of the symphonic sessions with other songs. I have two more coming pretty soon. It's just kind of a passion for me. I've always loved classical music and soundtracks, and that's just what I listen to come up with songs. A lot of the time, I'll just put on classical music and I hum melodies, and suddenly words come to me, and there's just such magic in it, and got to collaborate with amazing artists on that. But yeah, I think this tour has a lot of moments that feel like kind of my like classical and like German upbringing and things like that kind of play into, which is cool because it kind of paints a fuller picture of me as an artist. So yes, there is moments that reflect kind of that thing, but I'm
Hmm.
not taking like violinists on tour with me.
Yeah.
But I'm bringing parts of that just mood into the
Yeah.
show.
Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. Like I said, everybody needs to see that and experience that. And I gotta ask you like some real life questions real quick because
Yeah.
we always talk about doing life together here. Um what I've been seeing a lot of lists online of what gives girls the ick. Some of them are like, justifiable, and then some of them are kind of like crazy, like type it in lowercase.
Mm.
But what gives you the ick if anything, right now?
Um, Carelessness. I think
Hmm.
caring about people's emotions and how you make them feel, and that is such a like beautiful quality. And just I think people that don't have the like empathy or that don't care how they make people feel.
Mhm.
Um, I just don't like that. That's something that turns me off to a person kind of immediately. Um, uh, and in general, I think just dishonesty is just a not great trait. I
Yeah.
love when people are honest. I love when people are um fun. I love when people have a positive outlook. Yeah, a lot of I think a lot of people see kind of the negative in things first
Hmm.
before they see the beautiful.
Yeah.
And I always try at least to see the beautiful first or see the good in something first, even if it's hard or something. And I think that's a beautiful quality in someone. And I think some people's brains just immediately go to like, I don't like this about it. And
Yeah.
so that's something that gives me the ick, just because it makes everything a little less pretty and beautiful. And I like people that see like the beauty in things before they see the ugly in things, kind of.
Yeah. I mean, those are all great answers. I mean, all justifiable icks. I think those should be icks for anybody.
Thanks. Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to figure out X because there's someone I'm trying not to like. So I'm like,
Okay.
what other things I cannot like about you?
Got to look harder for some. Maybe
Yeah,
things up, maybe.
yeah.
That's great. All right, so it's almost like Halloween. Do you have your Halloween costume ideas yet, or any
Yeah,
suggestions?
I think all year just kind of whenever I'm stoned, honestly, I and like watch movies, I just like put down a list of things I really want to do and
Okay.
uh really deep cut characters and movies that I love. And so yeah, I have my costume ready. It's very B movie. I'd be really, if you know this one, you're kind of a real one.
Okay.
So I'm very excited, but I always aim to do multiple at least because I
Yeah.
just I just love Halloween. So I always try to like make one like that's like from a meme or something that's random and internety, and then one that's a movie character, and then one that's I don't know, an animated movie or an anime or something like that.
Yeah.
At least that's the route I'm taking this year. I'm just kind of picking that, but yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah. I know you always do
How
Halloween.
about you? How about you?
I think so, but my problem is I gotta actually, put it together. I got like a month away, but I always wait like the 2 days before to get it. So hopefully I'll do better this year and like get it this week.
You can do it.
Thank you. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for coming to the cookout. I know we gotta let you go, but we appreciate you stopping by and good luck with the tour. And we'll see you on the
Yes.
road.
Thank you so much for taking the time. Thank you.
Always. You guys take care.
You too. Bye bye.
Bye.